What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another one. Today, I'm with my guy Joe, PerformanceCure.
What's up?
One of the best in the game in the S&C business. Funny thing though, me and Joe go way back. That's like big bro. Used to hoop. He's a bucket. That's the first real shooter.
What year do we want to say? Go back from when?
Like 20, 13, 14 times.
From under 14.
Yeah, under 14. It's like, yeah,
Under 14,
it's been a minute, bro. Well, how you feeling, man?
Good, man. I'm ready to just kind of have you feel what this stuff does. The context behind it.
No, 100%.
Is often what's missed. The context and the understanding. So we're all seeing the same shit online, right?
Yeah.
But it is the understanding of how to do it and the context as to why you do it, which is often missed.
I used to hear guys talk about stretching when we was young, and I used to just be like, yeah, you're just never trying to hear it, bro. Like, you're just never ever trying to hear it. But what I figured is, you end up at this point where you're working backwards. Now you're trying to get your hips loose, your groins loose, your core in shape, your back's all hurting. Bro, if you're a young guy watching this, young guys watch the content, take stretching seriously, take S&C seriously.
We weren't getting injured to the extent that the young people are getting injured.
100%, yeah.
The question is why, and not many people have the answers to it. We could argue that they are exposed to more, going back to the understanding and the context of everything that they're seeing. So they're seeing some next shit about how to get crazy bounce. And then now they're copying these workouts for 4-6 weeks straight, but like their mechanics and how their body is all kind of fucked up. So
that's where guys like Joe come into business.
Yeah, but now they're placing all of that stress on their body that's still growing. And with all these dysfunctional patterns, and it's like that could potentially be the reason why more kids are getting Achilles tears, ACLs, MCLs. Like we never saw none of that.
Not really,
when we was young, like how many guys remember had like a bad injury like that?
You know what's funny? I've never thought about that, you know.
Not many. We see more youngers than ever getting all over the rim. They weren't doing that.
All over the rim, yeah.
All over the rim, but can they move laterally? Can they change direction? What's their sprinting like? What's their landing like? They have the ability to do all the crazy flashy dunks and all that shit, but do they have the ability to do these other movements and still stay healthy?
Yeah, at the same time.
From what I've seen, kind of getting back into coaching and being around kind of that college level and being exposed to more younger players, like, no, they don't. The answer is no. So how can we use this? Not to get highlights and be on the rim,
how can we
use this? How can we use this to keep people healthy so they can perform, bro? Like 100%. It's all good getting your highlights on the rim and that, but if you're only competing over a 2-month span before you get injured or before your bounce goes because you got knee pain or Achilles pain, then what's the use?
You go back to ground zero,
innit? What's the use, bro? What's the use?
Look at it, look who we are though, bro. You just gotta show that. Look at, bro, in a secondary school gym, they got the balcony. This is where Joe works at, bro. Look at the facilities in here, bro. This is crazy.
The gym's amazing.
Yeah.
Everything we're about to do today, we don't need none of this. We're about to get a real fucking effective workout in using none of this stuff. This is what you can do with either very limited equipment or no equipment at all. So there is no excuse why we can't keep our bodies in check, really.
Yeah.
So the first thing is, it's not a lunge, it's a little step back. But as you step back, right, I want you to create kind of a stretch.
Okay.
Through this back hip flexor here.
Let me leave. I was gonna go barefoot. Can I go barefoot on here?
Yeah.
On this platform, yeah, makes the most sense.
Do you have length through this hip flexor here? If you don't, thrust your hips underneath you so you feel that stretch coming down there. Do you feel that?
A bit more now, yeah.
Adjust so you feel that a lot. The exercise is, can you keep this stable?
Yeah.
Right? Can you keep length there? Right here? Hands here. Now from here, the first one is, you're gonna rotate through your spine. Drop shoulders down, rotate through your spine.
Oh, just one hand?
Keep that hand still, rotate through your spine.
Oh!
Yeah, motherfucker, right now, hey. Now, from there, right? So what you just felt there, we're aiming for that kind of range of motion, that feel every time. So you're gonna be here, it's a step back, and it's rotate through that spine, keeping that shit stable, keeping length there. Here, now watch, come back.
Oh, so moving forward, okay.
Bam.
So we're here, open up.
Right, open up, but keep that shit still.
Keep it still?
Open up,
hey,
open up.
Okay.
Right, because if you move it, we're
losing everything.
Here, you lose mobility through the spine.
Let me get it right. Oh!
Well, that's the little details I'm talking about that isn't online. But if without the understanding of doing it, I've been working on this shit
for years. Yeah.
I've been doing this for years, so I can deliver it. Keep rotating through your spine. Bring this back in. As you bring this back in, a little bit of coordination, that leg comes forward. Now, bam. Step back to the other leg. Keep length. Keep stable. Rotate through your spine. Go. But big reach. Yeah. Now come back in. Step back. You got 20 of these. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Spine, turn from the sternum, turn from the spine. Good. Yeah. Good. Exactly.
You heard the pop?
Exactly.
Woo. Yeah, that pop.
Bro, this is the exact same shit as a deep tissue massage. The only difference is a deep tissue massage, we can just chill there.
Yeah,
This, you actually have to move.
Yes.
But it does the exact same fucking shit.
If you're watching this, bro, this is way harder than it looks, I'm telling you. Especially if you're not very mobility focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I felt all the way down.
Yeah.
I figure how all the best movers affect the game in different ways, and it's way better, like, bro.
SGA.
So much people. I think you don't really realize it when you're not too, because you just kind of take things for face value. But when you're trying to go from good to great, or good or pro to elite, you see the intricate details and you're like, that's the difference. All the guys that can get their body into different angles, you're like, okay, cool. That's where things like this definitely help you.
There's
because
a reason those guys can do certain shit that other people can't, bro.
now you're doing a spin move, like let's say your legs straight, you can open up your spine.
More fluid,
yeah, there's so much different things.
Separation is
Most definitely.
little things that we don't, like that shit hurts. We're not gonna want to do that because it fucking hurts.
Yeah, no, therefore.
But if we create a habit of doing that, you've got so much of an advantage against the person that said they don't want to do it. How can we still get a little bit better while minimizing the amount of stress we place on the body? That's kind of what this exercise is now. So if we do a good job of it, you'll feel your ankles fire up, you'll feel your hips around the outside. We've got a whole bunch of small muscles around here that is responsible for keeping our hips and our core stable. If we can improve the relationship between flexion and extension of the hip, we create a more stable pelvis. We create a more stable pelvis, the less likely we are to have these knee injuries, ankle injuries. Lead leg, we're flexing at the hip. Back leg, we're keeping that extension. So you see this exercise here, how you felt length through there? We're trying to somewhat achieve a similar thing. So we're here, flexion. Keep that extension. We're gonna have arms up, by the way. Here. Now from here, it's as you extend through this hip, we're gonna start to flex through that hip. And the goal, or if you can get this knee up real high, we should feel even more extension through this lead. Now this knee is gonna stay still.
Yep.
Extend through your hips, go. Yep, keep driving this up as high as you can, good. Now come back down, we'll go for 6.
We're here.
Think about that flexion and extension relationship of the hips.
Oh,
Yep.
come on. A bit better than I thought though. Cool, blimey.
It's stable. Similar concept, but now we're looking at internal and external rotation of the hip.
I think this is honestly what I've identified, I think, to be my biggest mobility issue. My external and yeah.
A lot of time, it's like where guys run into knee issues.
Yeah.
If this hip cannot externally rotate properly, it's going to come into
It's going to compensate, yeah.
Right? So let's say I struggle to get into external rotation here.
Yeah.
Right? And that ends up being like that.
Okay.
Now we're at risk of MCL injuries.
Yeah.
With that knee coming forward here. Also, what it does to this side is what? This. My body now shifts. Look at my left ankle.
Yeah.
Look at my left foot because of this. How much more likely are we to probably roll that ankle off of landing just because of the lack of external rotation in this hip here? Because of that lack of external rotation, it's caused my body to do this, which means I'm more prone to ankle injuries on the left side, on that left ankle. So that's how all of this shit kind of ties in together, whereas if we can create a stable, better functioning chain, now I'm a better mover. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
And then the other side.
Stay low. Stay low as you shift. Good. Internal. There you go. And shift. Stay low. And they're going to change responsibilities, yeah? And we should feel our hips start to open up.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Good adjustment. Keep those feet down. Good adjustment. Keep yourself centered. Just turn from the hips. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, that's the one.
But now let's think on core, bro. If we're doing, I don't know, if we're going through the legs, right?
Yeah.
What is this movement pattern? External, internal.
But I think that's why even like, I see it like, that's why when I play, I see all the things, I'll be like, yeah. And like, I can see so clearly how lack of flexibility affects my game. Because now through the legs, it's like, I feel like it could be effective sometimes, or like, there's so many moves in and outs where I'll do it and understand that it's like, I've reached my movement capacity, or I can't go any wider for my and get from this movement here without compensating as I'm compensating now, and then tap, come back this way without raising or without feeling like I'm gonna pull something. So
that's the thing. You guys move with so much speed and force, but now if we do that at a range of motion, comfortable with.
Yes.
Bam.
And that's why all the elite movers, I see the differences, man. It's mad. It's mad.
Can we get with our through the legs, instead of right, this is the most we can go? Can I get down to there with it now? I'm past the hip. That's the SGA movement. Right, even the shit you was doing with Gary, where it was the float and then the boom. That hand sweep, right? What is it? Here, from that sweep, right? We're there. We're floating now. From that sweep, you was.
Yeah. If I can open up, but it's like I can turn.
But it's that's this.
Yeah.
That's that. So the better you are at that, the more explosive you're going to be.
With that. 1000%.
The less likely you're going to get injured doing that. The smoother you're going to be with that. So it's all movement patterns.
Even when I kind of took a step back, my thing was like, I would feel the different pains and niggles, and I'd say to myself, nah, it's just fine, whatever. It's like, I can stretch, and if I can play in the moment and I feel, and I hurt after, it don't matter. And then I started to kind of proper think about like, as you get older, these things affect your posture, these things affect your way of life off the court. And I think that's when I started to figure, nah, I have to take it a bit more seriously, so.
The stretching side of it is great, right? But we're like, have you really stretched in this workout? Have you really stretched?
Would you call it stretching? No, yeah.
So like this here, like the stretching stuff is cool. But then I've came across some guys, or some guys have told me like, I've been stretching. But I still don't feel good.
Even me, I stretched for a while, and that's when I figured it's mobility and strength building, base building,
How can we apply strength to our somewhat stretched positions? How can we add strength and length? Not just length through stretching. How can we add strength and length? We get the two together, your recovery goes a lot better. You feel a lot better. It's not just stretching is a good start. But if you can add strength to your lengthened positions,
changes everything.
You're onto a winner.
100%.
Drive that shin forward over your foot as much as you can. Go. While keeping your extension. Now rock back out of it. That's one. Go again. Drive that shin as far forward over your foot as you can while keeping extension, and then rock back. That's two. We are trying to get this at 90 degrees in front of us. Right now, everyone's gonna have different abilities. If you can't keep this 90 degrees while keeping your bum down on the ground, what I don't want is you to go bum down on the ground and we lose this.
I think I was there very recently, but I've been putting in a lot of work. So now I'm at the point where I'm at a bit of an angle, maybe a 75, working, 80 maybe, but the focus has been for me the extension of a back leg, and I've got to the point where it's definitely a lot more straight now.
So let's go back to our philosophies, right? Here, what did we have? We had external, we had internal. How the two work together, how we're trying to maximize both.
This is the elite movement, by the way. This is the elite movement. They're not seeing it. This is elite movement. This is elite movement. That's good. That's good. Hey, it's flexing.
Anyway.
Yo.
Anyway. I'm retired. I don't.
Bro, he's in the best shape ever. What's going on over here?
We have external rotation. But through that, we can't lose our internal. So how can we maintain internal and keep our external? And I just want you getting down into this position as deep as you can while maintaining both. I don't want internal to suffer because we're getting into external.
This one, I've worked on this one. I work on this one every day. Like, this is the one that I've been trying to get better at. If you see where I started at compared to where I am now, you just gotta work, bro. I think for so much different exercises, I have different, like, I don't know, like this side of my body is better in this action or this exercise, than this. I just wanna get everything to be at a perfect balance. Yeah, man. Do you feel like you're at that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's easy for me to say and easy for me to flex and move like that when I don't hoop no more.
So you're more, okay, cool. It's
You know
less,
what I mean?
there's less tension on the body, you think, sometimes?
I've been in your shoes.
Yeah.
I came back for half a season 3 years ago
Yeah.
to trial it on like, okay, what does the body feel like in season?
Yeah.
Right now, it's a lot different me being on the outside and saying, yeah, you should be able to move like this and can move like this and flex and do all
When you're working out every day.
Hoop.
Yeah.
Those stresses aren't on my body. If I was to hoop, would I be able to move better than most? Yes.
Yeah.
But over time, if I don't continue to try and maintain it here,
Maybe you'd see the.
It's gonna drop.
Yeah, that's real.
It's
Okay.
gonna drop. So it's like
I've never thought about it like that. I've always thought about it just as in like, if you do your work in here, it will translate. But it's more like if you're going through more stress on the body, it will definitely change it.
Yeah. But if your body is, let's say you play for a club and you've got 2 club training sessions a week, you've got your school morning practices twice a week, and then you've got a scrimmage once a week, and then you've got your games on the weekend. Like, what good is it placing more stress on our body by doing these crazy strength and power sessions?
Yeah.
We're placing even more stress on the body.
Yeah.
Whereas we can implement something like this, you still tick boxes, you still get your SSC in. Yeah, you might not be getting stronger, per se.
Yeah.
But you're getting your athletic gains for what your weekly schedule looks like.
That's what
Done, bro. That's the active recovery of torture done.
Hey.
But the more you do it, the easier it gets, the better mover you become. You have now an advantage over
Every Saturday.
every other person that's avoiding this shit.
If you're avoiding this, my personal advice,
If you're avoiding it,
please,
trap's coming for your ass.
please stop.
If you're avoiding it, trap's coming
We're coming for your ass. Pause. This is what happens in life. I think it's a continuous cycle of you hear things from the older generation. They will tell you, all the older pros, they will come through, they tell you this, they tell you that, they advise you this, you see it online. Now there's more online stuff. When I was younger, it had to be a lot more word of mouth. So from a lot of pros, I would hear like, focus on your movement, focus on mobility, focus on strengthening your ankles, your wrists, all these different things. And I would say, yeah, get out of my face with that, man. I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get wham. I want to shoot threes.
Yeah.
Then now, you get to the point where I think it happens to everybody. Ignorance kind of starts to part. You figure like, oh, they was right. If you have all the young guys that had the capacity that I know anyway to listen from a young age and take on board things and not try to follow their own understanding, guys like Ade. I look at his movement now, his mobility now, it's through the roof. So it's like, any young guys out there watching this, I'm telling you, these are the things you need to do. So you don't end up being 25, 26, older than that, trying to work backwards. I'm telling you, bro, there's great work down here. PerformanceCure, my boy Joe. Appreciate you so much, bro. Appreciate you so much. Where would you say though, where should people start? Where should young guys start? Not even just young guys, where should adults start? Like what's the first line of improving your movement? What's the most important thing?
I would say hips. The relationship between your hips and your feet is massive for your overall balance and stability on court, your strength, your range of motion with things like squats. Like if we can't get down there in a healthy way, we're only creating more dysfunctional movement patterns. We're only creating more stress on the joints
themselves.
In our body. So I would say hips.
Okay.
Hips, the relationship between your feet and hips.
Feet, important.
Pick out one.
I got everywhere my golf ball now. Always got my golf ball to roll my feet. Feet, all these things that like, when you're young and you don't feel the effects of it, you get to a point where it will just catch up to you. So I don't think anybody wants that. Just focus on being a good mover, man. It will help your game anyway.
Number one priority.
Yeah.
That first. Everything else becomes if you can be a good mover, everything else becomes more effective.
100%.
Everything else, all your lifting, your bounce work, whatever. If you can become a good mover, or you have the ability to move or get into greater ranges of motion, the more effective everything else you're doing is going to be.
Where can they find you? And
Instagram.
what can we expect coming from you in the next coming weeks, months?
Right now, Instagram, PerformanceCure.
We'll put it on the screen as well. For you guys that don't want to listen, it's going to be there. Look at it, it's here, it's in front of me. It's in front of us.
And coming up, bro, it's fluid.
It's fluid, yeah? It's fluid, yeah? Okay,
We'll see. There's lots of things, there's lots of ideas, there's lots of stuff that I want to get out to people. What I'm in the process of figuring out now, where it's like any kind of support, any kind of insight, any kind of ideas, whatever, it all comes in handy, is how can we get this shit out to the masses? But then it's also like little things like going into club teams.
Yeah.
Lewis at LJ and Ade.
Shout out LJ, shout out Ade, shout out Happyweight always, shout out everybody, man.
LJ, AWA, they do a great fucking job, bro, of implementing this shit into kids from a young age. I absolutely fucking love what they're doing. But it's like, okay, how can that be reached to the masses?
I think it's just,
kind of what I'm working on, trying to figure out now is that. So the future is fluid.
The future is fluid, for sure.
We'll see what's coming, but yeah, any kind of insight, support, people's thoughts on how we can do that. Yes, of course, it's going to help myself, PerformanceCure, but it helps inspire other coaches. It gives other people ideas. Now, there's a whole generation of young people that have access to this correct information and are now doing things the right way. Now we have players, potential talent out there, or less potential talent out there, getting fucked up with these knee and ankle injuries at the wrong time when it comes to little things like national team selections, when it comes to little things like it's your last year before kind of that America window opens for you. How can we keep guys healthy, and how can we keep guys moving and performing so they don't miss out on those opportunities, bro?
And appreciate you always, Joe. Thanks for the work. Appreciate you too, bro. If you like this content, long time coming, very long time coming. It's been a minute.
Past 2 summers,
Hoots fix and stuff. Yeah, man. So finally made it happen. If you like this content, like, comment, subscribe. As always, cameraman was late today again. As always, and he didn't do the 1990s. But don't worry, we're gonna get that BTS on there. But appreciate you guys. Catch you in the next video. We out.